Hi, and welcome to the next episode of Belly to Belly. And we're here today to talk about preparation for SelectUSA, which is coming up in very early May this year. So we're excited. We're with Darlene Bryant from GlobalSF. Welcome, Darlene.
Thank you so much, Bill. It's so great to see you again. I look forward to seeing you at SelectUSA.
Same here. It's wonderful as always to see you. So we're gonna hop through a few different topics here, but all related to helping companies pre-connect to great resources before the event, and obviously get the most out of the event as well. So before we kind of dive into all the great prep stuff, let's talk a little bit about GlobalSF and what you all do to help companies coming into the U.S. and particularly coming into the San Francisco and Silicon Valley region.
Sure. Thanks a lot, Bill, again, for the opportunity to speak on your program. GlobalSF, we are an economic development organization like so many other organizations that will be at SelectUSA. However, we're headquartered in San Francisco. We're definitely focused in an area that's, helping companies land in San Francisco and helping local companies expand overseas. But most importantly, when you think of San Francisco and Silicon Valley, everybody is wondering where the heck is Silicon Valley? It's not on the map, and I'll say it's called a region. So you're not going to see the city or the county or the state of Silicon Valley. It's the region, and it definitely is a mindset. So what we want to help companies do is understand what Silicon Valley is all about, what it takes to actually land here, and the ecosystem, the network they have to create. And working with GlobalSF definitely shortens the amount of time they have to do in terms of looking people up or talking to different companies. But we're kind of like a one-stop shop. And most importantly, in San Francisco, since we have more than 75 trade offices, as well as consulates, it just makes international companies feel so much more comfortable because they can also go to their local, government representative, so to speak, right, to check in and to see what else they need to know in order to be here. So in a nutshell, that's what we do.
Yeah, we've gotten to know each other over the last few years, and
Yes.
I mean, it just seems like everything you do is about being the hub of that ecosystem. And yeah, you're sort of the master connector for anything and anyone that somebody wants to connect with in the region. That would be the way I would put it.
Thank you so much. You're really, really kind and generous. And what I would say is that, for every single person and every single organization is really as good as their network, right? And the people they know. And I think that it's really easy or easier to meet people once you have a good connection here, especially in the Valley, then to meet people and to really be engaged in the system makes it so much easier. You need at least the first stop. So
yeah, for sure.
So
let's shift gears. Let's talk a little
Yes.
bit about SelectUSA. And so why is it that you participate? And I know we want to also make sure that people know about your spinoff, but let's talk about SelectUSA first, and then we can talk about the spinoff.
I think SelectUSA definitely is important. I mean, the state of California, people who don't know, we're actually, have been traditionally the 5th largest economy in the world. And now I think we're creeping up to be the 4th largest economy in the world, right? The state of California always has a delegation at SelectUSA. But that being said, it's important for us to be there so that we can tell them, hey, we're part of California, but we're this one part, and we're a very important part. So for us to be there, part of a team, but also independently, to be able to educate everyone. Because when people come to the US, they don't understand what's the difference between California or Texas or New York, right? I mean, and we're all very different places. The culture is different, the people is different, the way you do business is different. And so for me, I think it's an opportunity for me to talk to people and basically educate them so that they can make the best decision they can when they come to the US. And especially companies from Asia Pacific, right? It's like, hey, we're on the Pacific coast and we have people speaking every single language from Asia. You'll feel comfortable if you come to San Francisco Bay Area, definitely the state of California, but come talk to us and we'll definitely tell you, how best to land, where to land, and who to work with. So again, it's important for me to go and meet people. And even if I'm able to find a company to say, hey, you know, we have a program or a project here that would fit you, and that's always a chance that that would happen as well. So, yeah.
Oh, that's great. And now, if you wouldn't mind, take a minute and let's talk about the spinoff event, and we'll make sure to put the link to the spinoff event as well as GlobalSF in the description. But do you want to talk about the spinoff?
Yeah, sure. So every single year, we do a spinoff, and it's typically after the summit in DC. And what we want to do is really highlight, you know, the strengths of San Francisco and the Bay Area. And even though everybody knows us as a tech hub, what does that mean? For me, I actually want to showcase the bioeconomy that we've actually become. Biotech has grown since 2005 from nothing, right, to now like everything, whether it be cultured meats or cultured fish or what have you, you know, growing beef from cells, right, and fermentation is totally amazing. But anyway, what we wanted to do is one, of course, tell companies how they could land if they were to come here, introduce them to the ecosystem, how we came to be. But day two is going to be an opportunity for delegates to actually visit the different companies and even the different R&D centers. So for us, it's going to be fully immersion, give people a chance to visit the Bay Area and then maybe go to Napa before they start and with our program, right? But we want them to enjoy and understand and get to know California, starting with San Francisco. So that is an opportunity for everyone to come and see.
You had to throw Napa in there, didn't
you? Yes,
you?
of course. There's got to be a hook somehow, right? And especially since SelectUSA is taking place the week before, it's a full week now. We thought, you know, let's start the following Monday and Tuesday, give people, delegates, a chance to relax and breathe and then continue on. And if we say we can throw in, hey, you can visit San Francisco, have fun, or go to Napa, and it's close enough. There's Monterey, that's 2 hours away. So, you know, 1 hour north, 2 hours south, you know, it's whatever they want to do. But, you know, it's a good time to visit, decompress, and then also go strong and get some business done. So.
Exactly. Well, and you give them a little break to do the follow-up, which is so important as well.
Yes, exactly.
So that's a good segue to sort of the tips. Are there, you know, thinking of our audience, right? There are companies that have made the decision to come to SelectUSA and some that are still thinking about it. Some it'll be their first visit to the US, and some maybe have been here before but haven't been to SelectUSA. So how, you know, obviously number one, you know, get there, come to and participate in a spinoff, but what else? What are the other things that, you know, you would think that companies need to know in order to really maximize the opportunity?
I think that geez, we're so opinionated sometimes. It's like, yeah, it's hard for me to say anything.
This is why we're asking, Darlene.
I know, but you know, I don't want to be. So this is what I'll say. First of all, think about why you want to come to the US. Is it because of talent or because of cost? If it's because of cost, don't bother. But if it's because of cost, because of talent and the quality of work that you want done, definitely come to the US. And most importantly, if you're thinking about talent, come to the Bay Area, San Francisco Bay Area. We are not cheap, but we're the efficiency of 3 people for the price that you pay for 1 person. And if that doesn't cover everything, I don't know what does, right? So I really want companies to think about it. We're not a one size fit all. And even if San Francisco, but I also remind people too, California is so big. If San Francisco doesn't work for you, there will be another region in the state of California that will work. And I'll go back to, we're not cheap, but we're definitely worth it because the efficiency is there, the talent is there, and we're here to work with you. We have so many EDOs that are ready to just say, hey, how can we welcome you? And also because we are so big, every single city and county has different programs to welcome companies into their area. And I would say, please talk to us when you come to our booth at SelectUSA and ask questions. And if you are curious, say, hey, I want to talk to a person from San Bernardino County. Where is that? And in relation to LA, or I want to talk to someone in Sacramento. What is UC Davis and how does that differ from Stanford and UC Berkeley? Ask those questions. We'll be happy to share with you. And as professionals, we will say, we're not a one size fit all, but California definitely is a one size fit all because there's a region for everyone. How's that for selling California?
That's pretty darn good. Yeah, the Sunshine State. That's
right.
So, well, this has been fantastic, and we want to really encourage our audience to pre-contact. So we don't want to make SelectUSA the first time that interaction happens. So again, we're going to put Darlene's contact info, information about their spinoff in the description. Please make sure you pre-contact with her, and that way when you get to SelectUSA, you're having your second or third conversation, which is so much better, and you'll get a lot more done. So Darlene, thanks so much for taking the time today. It was really, really great to see you and get the update.
Yeah, thank you so much, Bill, for having me on the program, and I look forward to seeing you in DC again.
Can't
and everyone
wait.
else. Thanks again.
Exactly.
All right.